This is a really attractive look. I really like this. This is really working for me. Hi everyone, welcome back. We are doing a foundation review today. We are looking at a foundation today that I have been gagging to try for about a year. So it's taken a year for this foundation to get here, but it's here and it's available through TVSN right now. So they were kind enough to send it through to me, as well as a couple of other little goodies. So this is the PUR 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. This is that foundation that everyone was talking about last year because it comes in 100 shades. I'm going to give it a try. I obviously have already applied it, but I'm going to wear it all day and give you a look at it and see how it wears throughout the day. So just for reference, I've got mature skin. How did that happen? It is a combination. At the moment it's a little bit dry. So the foundation claims to be long wearing, it claims to be buildable and pigmented enough that it can be used as a foundation and then also as a concealer, which is what I've done with it. It recommends using a brush, however today I've used a beauty blender because that's what I prefer. If it completely fails today, I'll go in and I'll try it again with a brush and let you know how that goes. Let's get looking at this product. Ooh, okay, so I have moisturized my face. I'm now going to use this 4-in-1 primer. I've had this for quite a while. It's a nice sort of moisturizing kind of primer. It doesn't have any silicones or anything like that in there. It's more of like a hydrating product. It smells really nice. It smells like, what does it smell like? It smells a little bit like if you've ever used the First Aid Beauty smoothie primer. It smells like that. I'd say it's a coconut water. And that's left me feeling kind of like tacky. And then I've got the shade LG3. So one criticism is that this foundation is one of those like groundbreaking ones that comes in like 100 shades. But TVSN only offers 10 shades, which is a little bit disappointing considering there's so many shades. So one cool thing with this packaging is that it has a pump. You can use that as a pump foundation, but also if you screw off the lid, there is like a doe foot applicator, so you could also pinpoint it to the parts that you need a little bit more coverage. Now this shade looks like it's a little bit light for me, but we will do our best to maybe just warm it up with some bronzer or something. So I'm going to start off by applying, okay, so that's one pump. I've heard this is really, really pigmented. I'm going to use my finger to just dot that everywhere. It does look pretty light actually, but I am a lot paler than I was a few weeks ago because inside. Wow, there is a lot of coverage. And yes, it is too light. So automatically just like, look, I know it's too light. We've established that, but it's really smoothing. Even before I finished, it just looks really smooth on the skin. It has blended in so well. Pores look minimized. I look a little bit dry, and I think that's just because the shade is wrong. I don't know if you've ever experienced this before, but sometimes when you put on a foundation that's too light, your skin kind of looks a bit chalky and dry. And that's happening at the moment, but I do feel like it's because the foundation is the wrong color, but because it feels quite hydrated. I'm gonna add a little bit underneath the eyes as a concealer, but it has covered up all that discoloration around my face. But we'll see if we can get a little bit more brightness under the eyes. So the doe foot actually has a hole in it to draw up the foundation. Yeah, I really like the way this looks. I mean, we still have to set it and put some makeup on top of it, but at the moment it looks, like I said, just very smooth. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, and then we can kind of have a look at how it looks after it's finished, and we will wear it throughout the day. So this is the look. I'm only staying home, so it's no big deal. I've applied powder on top, blush and bronzer. and just put some gel through my brows and did a little bit of eyeshadow, like with one colour, just a single colour, some mascara. I think the mascara should have dried by now, and then I just stuck a lippy on. So I'll spray it down, and I think once I spray it down it'll look a little bit less dry. I haven't put any highlighter on because I wanted just to check if it gets any like glowier as the day goes on. It is lunchtime now, but I'll still wear it for quite a few hours just to make sure, see what happens. On camera it looks like a perfect match now that I've added the bronzer and blush. In real life it looks a little bit pink toned. So I mean that's just the colour, and I'm not really testing the colour today. I didn't pick the colour myself, so it is what it is. But I'll just go ahead and spray it down. And I've got my crazy little fan from Daiso. And automatically it looks and feels so much more hydrated, and just, it looks really, not dewy, it just looks really natural. So this is how my skin looks. I feel like it's done a really good job at being really smooth. But yeah, so far, first impressions, very impressed. I'm gonna wear it for the rest of the day. I'll give it at least maybe 5 hours. I'll check in with you and see what. Hey, it's almost 8 o'clock and I've been wearing the foundation all day. I've eaten, I've drunk, I've been working on the computer all day, so I've been touching my face. I've been wearing my glasses all day. So let's talk about that. I have to say, apart from, I ate, like I said, twice since I filmed. So I've got a little bit of wearing around my mouth, and a little bit of sinking into my pores, but I'm not sure if that's the foundation or if that's the primer, because that happens sometimes. But apart from on my nose, it looks really good. It doesn't look, it's got a little bit of shine to it, but not a lot. It's kind of wearing, to me, it's kind of wearing a little bit like the Estee Lauder Double Wear, which I really like. So far I'm impressed. The only like problematic part I see is just a little bit on my nose, and that's typically where foundation doesn't last for me anyway. But the rest of my face looks really good. There's a slight, tiny little bit of, you may be able to see this, but of like oil coming off, but there's no transfer of product. Yeah, I like it. I don't know that I'm going to use this to replace my concealer, but certainly I really like it as a foundation. It looks quite good. The colour ended up, again, I think you can probably see a little bit better with this, with the ring light on, but the colour's not exactly right, but it'll do. I can make it warmer and I can sort of fix it up. I'm looking a little bit bleary-eyed and a little bit pale under the eyes. I think I do need, I need some correction under my eyes before I would use this. So yeah, it hasn't covered my dark under eyes, but that's just me. So, positives. Positives is it blends really well. It blends very quickly and it has this really smoothing effect. Negatives, I think the negative really is just the fact that we've only got 10 shades here in Australia. The price is sort of the mid-range, so we're looking at $59.95, I want to say. I'll have those details below. But it's very much, for what I would say, like a long wearing, full coverage, nice foundation. I like it. Alright, what do you think? Have you tried this foundation, or have you tried anything from PUR Cosmetics? Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching. If there's any other foundations that you think you would like to see me try, let me know. I will include this in a playlist of all the foundations I have reviewed. I think it's important that you get a view of foundations from people that are like similar age, similar skin type, all that sort of thing, so that you might have a similar experience. But anyway, as usual, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.